Hi, welcome to TKB Nordic. I'm Juju. This is my small social experiment for now. This is me figuring out if I even want to have a channel. Is this my platform? Am I reaching out to you? Do I have content enough to keep doing this or time enough? But for now, it's a fun experiment, so tag along. On today's plan, I figured I was going to talk a little bit on what's on my needles. Maybe you can tell me what's on your needles. I will talk a little bit about some of our true crime yarn. I will talk about a little bit of what's up and coming here and so on. So let's just dig into it, shall we? What's on my needles right now is I'm knitting on this Maritime tee. It's a striped tee from top down. I'm knitting it in Woolco, which is True Crime Yarns yarn base. It's 50% merino and 50% cotton. And this pattern, it's quite basic, but I still do love how the designer actually has thought about all the details. Like for the shoulders, how well all the stripes come together, how mesmerizing it is to knit something striped, because just one more row, you know guys, just one more row. I do like the fact that I'm losing all my stitches. I do like the fact that it can be altered a bit because, well, lengthwise and so on, but the pattern calls for a thicker yarn than what I have. I wanted actually to knit this one in Woolco. I do have a reason for that. I'll tell you a little bit later. The yarn she used, Coco Amour, when designing and knitting this was a sport weight. I think it was Dererum Naturalis. I might be lying. Their cotton yarn, which means that it's a little bit thicker than this one, because this one is actually fingering weight, but I chose to use it anyway, and I just sized up one size. I tried it on so far and I do like it. It has a really nice drape and it's not going to be too warm in the summer. I think that this is going to be super dandy. The only thing that I can not complain about, because I don't want to do that, because why would I? But I hate when you have to cut the yarn and continue in another place, and I understand why, because you can't get all these kind of details if you're not going to cut your yarn, or one of your stripe is going to be a little bit thicker just because you have to knit your way up to the new beginning of the round. So I have cut my yarns a few times and just trusted the designer, because that's what you should do. Always trust the designer, because the designer usually has thought about all the details ahead of you in advance, and when buying a pattern, it should be fine. The yarn I have used was, of course, as said, Woolco. This is the colorway Hildur, and this is the colorway Agatha Christie. We name almost all our colors based on crime novels and TV series and so on. So if you ever want a good tip to take you to your Storytel, to your library or your Netflix, check out the yarn names or yarn color names. Woolco is quite funny, not funny, haha, but it's a cute yarn because it's fingering. It's 400, which means it's 400 meters per 100 grams. But since our colors don't dye up the cotton in it, so it's not going to be as saturated as our other yarn bases. For example, here I also have Agatha Christie, of course. Same yarn color or shade, but different bases. So you see this one is so much more saturated and this is a little bit stone washed. A good example is maybe this one also. This is the color Yan Guillou. So here on top we have the Woolco and down here the basic sock. But we enjoy the difference in them like that. I have actually another project that I'm knitting on with Woolco. This was for quite long one of my whips, and then for some reason, you all know this, for some reason it turned into a UFO. But look, this beauty. I don't know, well, it's not too pretty right now. This is Lacy Puff Pullover by I'm not going to pronounce this correctly. She's called Etsuko Yamaguchi, not Tamagotchi, Yamaguchi. It's a really great pattern that you can alter. She has different options for you if you wanted to do short sleeves or if you wanted to do long sleeves. I wanted to do long sleeves on this one. They have a long cuff, which I enjoy. I understand that showing gray on gray isn't the best option here, but this is what we got today. So Lacy Puff has huge, wide arms, sleeves, not arms, but sleeves, and a little bit puff on the shoulder, which is going to drape super cute when you're wearing it. And this project turned into a UFO since I couldn't for some reason finish one of the sleeves. I got stuck in Sleeve Island. Maybe this is something that I will have to bring back in my work basket, my work, whatever. Well, so that's something that's on my needles. Something else that I have been knitting on this year is actually something totally different, and again gray. This is so stupid. This is a little bit more bulky than fingering weight. Super nice to knit with. It's Aran weight. This is also with long cuffs. This is actually Soft Sands by Anna Johanna, and I have knitted this one in Veneull. This is a yarn of 100% Finship wool produced in Venö, Finland. So this is actually a super nice yarn to have. We do sell this one here in Basecamp, so if you're interested, please come in and check it. You won't be disappointed, I promise you. You can find it either in 100% wool or as a sock base also. So this is going to be oversized and cropped. So I only have a little bit left and then she's ready to be worn. This is also quite nice design. A little bit lace here up on the shoulders, or like a drop shoulder, since it's quite a boxy oversized sweater. But this I think will be super nice, especially when we don't necessarily have that pleasant weather here in the winter, so it's cold. So a warm sweater is always welcome. And of course, with all the high necks and so on, I love it. So why did I start this project in Woolco and not with a thicker yarn as the pattern calls for? Well, this is interesting because this week, Saturday, we're going to host with the Vaasan Neuleyhdistys, Vaasa Stickförening. We're hosting Neula Vaasa here at Box Corner. Box Corner is a local brewery. This event is actually free entrance, so please come on by, say hello, come visit, come shop. You can enjoy a nice lunch at their restaurant. They have different varieties of beer, of course, since they're a brewery. On Neula Vaasa, they have actually promised to do a pop-up cafe for us in the garage where the event will take place. So that's nice too. You can buy coffee, tea, beverage, maybe some savory or you can buy snacks, sandwiches, cakes, buns and so on. I don't know what they have planned for us, but it's going to be super fun. So for Neula Vaasa, we have actually dyed up a little bit of vulko. We're going to try to have different yarn bases with us so that you can check out different yarn bases, different colors and so on. And I do think that you should come to Neula Vaasa because we also have an invited. We will have some different vendors there. Of course, me, the Knitting Barber, as well as True Crime Yarns will be there this year. Last year we missed it. I don't really remember where. We were somewhere on a business trip, so we couldn't attend. But this year we're coming. So we have us two, and then we have Ilo from Åbo, Turku. We have Rouva Silmusolmu, Lucky Woman Yarn, Ruskanlehti, we have Jana Lankapaja, and last but not least we have Johanna's Garn. She's also local, so I do hope that we will see you there, and then don't miss that one out. It's usually super fun. A lot of people knitting, you get to meet new friends, you get to meet the dyers and sellers, and why not join Stickföreningen or Neuleyhdistys. You can always join as a member. Last year we did a Neulekino, a knitting movie theater night, and that was free for all our members. So let's see if that is something that we might continue doing this year also. Not promising anything, but nevertheless. Well, so what else? A few weeks ago we were on a business trip to Stockholm, Sweden. We were at Sy- and Hantverksfestivalen. I was there with both companies, both the Knitting Barber as well as True Crime Yarns. Let's see if I have some pictures to add for you. Usually I don't have time to go around and take pictures. I will try to do better on that note, but well, let's stick with these for now. But what I actually did was I bought some yarn for myself. This don't happen too often, but I got this one. This is I can't pronounce it right. Choppel Sauberball Crazy. It's a sweet, soft, not really my colors. Well, the beige, yes, but some soft powder pink in them. Super cute and nice and everything. This colorway is actually 2694. This is going to go into my secret project stash. I also visited Opal booth. They had plenty of nice yarns. These two colors came with me home. This is a black one with glitter in, and this is one of my favorite colors, Mokka. I actually got so many more of these sock yarns, but these are the only two I have with me. If you haven't knitted with Opal, I highly recommend it. They make the most beautiful soft socks, durable even better. So check that one out. And we do have a small selection of Upal sock yarn here at Basecamp if you are interested. But then I got this one. This is Fore. Yep, Fore, a Gotland wool. I got this one. This one was gifted to me by the lovely ladies at Knit For You booth. It's 70% Gotland wool and 30% Falkland merino. It's a sport weight yarn and it's super soft, a little bit rustic. Of course, yes, it is. I'm not that sensitive, so I could wear it directly as is. So I'm super excited about winding this one up, and let's see what this beauty will turn into. I do have more than one skein. Then I actually bought this one, a fur pom-pom. I don't know whether it's real fur or faux fur, which means I have a little bit divided opinions about this one. The lady I bought it from, she didn't know either, so let's just leave that at that. I like the color. I would like to attach it to a beanie or a hat, so if you do have a pattern that would be great with this one, please recommend it to me so that I can check it out. I haven't decided yet. But that, yes, that was Stockholm. So this might be my ramble ending. Please comment. As I said earlier, I'm not sure if this is something that I want or will keep on doing, but it's my social experiment and I enjoyed it so far with my Swinglish and all. And to end this show with my gray projects and gray sweaters and everything, I wanted to talk a little bit about what I'm wearing. This is actually a lento, one of the most knitted garments in my Ravelry library. This one I actually altered a bit. You can't see it right that good right now, but I knitted a little bit puff sleeves like this with longer cuffs and a little bit more flow in the arms. And I made it not shorter because the pattern itself is quite short, but I made it shorter for me. And since being quite late on the barrel jean trend, probably the last one jumping on that train, it suits very well with high-waisted jeans. So that's why I'm sticking with for now. So first try out. Thank you for watching. Please comment. Maybe we'll see you again. Bye.